This video is for our webinar series for administrator users, and today's topic is priority lists. I am Teresa Flint, and my colleague Lori Gates is here, and we are both the school district substitute coordinators. Today's webinar is for new and current administrator users, both at the district-wide and building level. Today's topic is on priority lists. We will cover what each list is, show you how to run a priority list report, keeping in mind that they can be scheduled to run automatically and delivered to your email. And you can refer to the 2023 Administrator User Training Guide for how to schedule reports. And we will also cover today how to find a priority listing in an individual's profile. The priority list gives substitutes preference over others. Priority lists can even be grouped by what we call a sub-list, and within that list, ranked at a level. See, the example to the right shows two sub-lists. Sub-list number 1 would be called from first in the order of the level the substitute is listed in. And then our system will call down the sub-list number 2 in accordance with the level ranking prior to calling down the general subbing list. Keep in mind that administrators have different rights and accesses, and depending upon your district's setup, you may have the ability to view the priority lists, and some may even have the ability to modify the priority lists. There are 4 types of priority lists: the preferred, auto assignment, active do not use, and inactive do not use. Out of preferred, auto assignment, and active do not use, we have over 477 subs that make up about 15% of our substitute pool. This is a pretty substantial amount, so we do encourage our administrator users both at the building level and district level to review these listings periodically throughout the school year to ensure accuracy. The preferred list we can enter by classification, which is the subject area, by an employee. We do not recommend this because sometimes the employees shift locations or even sometimes switch districts, and that substitute will remain linked to that employee until we are notified here at Subservice to remove them from the priority listing. We really recommend that you either list the substitute as preferred for the location. And you can also list a substitute on the preferred list for your whole district. Auto assignment is a unique priority list. We currently do not have any districts using this at this time, but this priority list is for those subs that are working daily in an assigned building. What this will do is this will assign the substitute to the first job that's created for that particular location per day. Keep in mind, it is regardless of the classification. However, we have the ability to combat this by adding that sub on the do not use list for any classification areas that they are not allowed to sub in. For example, if you have an auto assignment teacher sub who's going to be assigned, we would want to list them as a do not use for all the other classifications that they are not allowed to do. For example, school nurse, teacher aide, teacher assistant, school monitor, etc. The do not use list is looked at first before the auto assignment in our search rules. These substitutes are not called, they're automatically assigned. So the best practice for these type of substitutes is to have them log into their Subservice website, mobile app, or even call into the automated system to find out their assignment for the upcoming day. Keep in mind, we can book all the way out to 365 days in advance with our system. So these auto assignments could be happening that far in advance. And our last priority list is the do not use list, and there are 2 breakdowns. There's the active do not use list versus inactive. An inactive do not use is more of a historical log of entries. The active do not use, we can list by classification employee or location, not both, or even by the district as a whole. We're going to shift now into our test administrator account to show you how to run your priority list reports so that you can check and make sure that they are accurate. Keep in mind, some administrators have the ability only to view these entries and listings, where others may have the ability to modify and change those listings depending upon your district's setup. To run a report that you can schedule, you're going to go to the Reports tab, choose Report List. I have already bookmarked the report that we're going to use today, called Substitute Detail. This little flag right here on the far left indicates that I have bookmarked this. What bookmarking does is allows administrators to be able to view the report quickly from the home screen. Administrators can scroll down to My Bookmarked Reports to view any reports that have been bookmarked. In the Substitute Detail screen, we want to make sure for status we select Active. I want to leave all the other fields defaulted. We do want to note that there's multiple ways to sort your list. I like to have mine sorted by name alphabetically. There is also a section where you can do a secondary sort as well. Defaulted is Access ID. Output format is how your report will be displayed. Defaulted is a PDF format. However, there are additional formats available to download your report in. And I'm going to go down to the section that says Display Fields. In display fields, I like to know the substitute's name, their access ID, and over on the far right here is priority list. I'm going to select that field. Down below is where we can indicate the report title. I titled my report Substitute Priority List. You can save this report for future reference. You could save it as well as currently view it, or you can even save the report again for future viewing and schedule the report if you'd like. Today, we'll just view the report. I've gone ahead and opened up my PDF download, and here is my substitute listing. You can see the substitute's name, access ID, and the priority list entry if there are any. I do have some entries here. This is my entire substitute list. In my district, I happen to have 5 substitutes. This is our test account. And out of the 5, it looks like all but 1 have a priority list entry of some sorts. Substitute number 1 has an active do not use. It tells me the reason it was put in, the date that it was entered, the last modified date. It tells us what the listing is, and it also tells you any notes that were entered in. This is not an automatic default. You physically have to type in any comments you'd like to make. You can also save this report. I get a note here that says it's been successfully saved. Now I can view this report under my saved reports. As you can see, here is the title that I entered in as it is to appear on my list. And if I wanted to view the report, I could click there. It downloads the PDF for me of the current listing as of today's date and time. You can edit the criteria on the report if you'd like, or you can even schedule the report for future runs and to have it email someone. Another way to view your priority listing is to go to the Administrator tab and select Priority List. You can leave the list type blank if you choose to, and it will run all 4 priority lists. That means the preferred, auto assign, active do not use, and inactive do not use. However, it does take a few moments to run if you do run them all. I really would just like to show you guys how to run on preferred. You can add more filters if you'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and search, and this will show me my current preferred substitutes, their ranking, and what the preferred listing is, if it's by classification, location, or even if it is by employee. This report is not schedulable. This would be an on-demand report. Another way that you can view a priority list is by the individual employee or even by the substitute. You could search by one of 2 ways. You can go into the Administrator tab and select General and type in the person's name to be able to select them from the listing. Or A simpler way is to go up to the employee name search bar. You can search not only employees, but also substitutes here by name or even ID number. I'm going to show you one of the substitutes that has a priority list. I'm going to select their name. Once in their profile page, you're going to go to the role tab. So this could be a substitute or employee, depending on what their access is at the time. And you're going to go down to priority list. Our system will show any priority list here. Some final tips. Our vendor does offer a help link at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Looks like this. They do offer some resources here. Please keep in mind that some of these features are not available to customize at the district levels. The online help right here with the star is very useful. You can go to the vendor's administrator help page and type in a specific topic, for example, maybe reports, to view some information that they have available on that topic. We do encourage all of our users to remember to use the buttons. They're usually in blue and white lettering to navigate through our system and not to use the internet browser's back arrows. We do want to remind everyone that we are attaching the 2023 Administrator User Training Guide from last summer that does have a lot of helpful information for our district's administrator users and the features that are enabled with our service. So please take a moment to look that over. And a reminder that that also includes the scheduling reports topic that we discussed earlier on page 81. We encourage all of our users to check our OCM BOCES sub-call-in service page. We keep it updated with the latest information about our service. Here's a snapshot. It includes our platforms, the phone, website, and mobile apps, including the district code that we're asked about frequently, information about our sub-call-in service, the calling times, our help desk contact information and hours. We also have resources available for all users, including registration instructions and forgot login guide. We do have some specific to the user roles for employees and substitutes. We do also provide a listing of our participating subservice subscribing schools. This webpage is a very helpful resource, and we hope you visit it often. This concludes today's webinar. We do have an upcoming webinar scheduled for March 20th at 9 a.m., and we will cover the topic of how to split and separate a job. We hope you will join us.